because it is the week of love. We are going to talk a little bit about relationships today. But while you are most likely focusing on your relationship with someone else this week, I want to draw attention to a different relationship, your relationship with yourself. And this relationship is probably the one that gets the least amount of attention when it's actually the most important. Because here's the thing. We work so hard on loving others and getting others to love us, and neither of these are very effective when we don't love ourselves. I truly believe we can't ever really allow anyone to love us or feel and experience their love if we don't love ourselves. If you don't love yourself, even if this is subconscious, you won't believe that anyone else really loves you either. No matter how hard they try, you won't see it because you won't see yourself as worthy or deserving of their love. So when we love ourselves, it opens up a whole new way for us to experience not only ourselves, but our relationship with others as well. Another important thing to point out here is that when we don't love ourselves, we try to get that love from others. Like we outsource the job to someone else. And it's exhausting for both parties involved when this happens. It's exhausting for the person trying to get the love from the other person and constantly not getting what they're needing. And it's exhausting for the person on the other side that's trying to give the love that's never enough to satisfy the other person. And it will never be enough because this is an inside job. So when we love ourselves, it allows other people to really enjoy their relationship with us because we're not making them responsible for us feeling loved. When we don't need love and validation from someone else, that's when they're free to just add to our life and make it even better. And that feels really good for them and for us. I've seen this show up a lot in just like working with people. Like I'll hear, my husband doesn't support my dreams or my partner doesn't encourage me enough. And honestly, here's my thoughts. If someone doesn't support my dreams and encourage me, like I support myself. I believe in myself and my dreams, and I'm proud of myself. And that's not going to stop me from feeling how I want to feel and showing up to create the results I want to create. And I'm not saying that in a mean way, but just to offer a different perspective. When you truly love yourself, you will need from others a lot less, and it will feel amazing. I like to think that anything another person brings into our life should just be the cherry on top. It's just there to make life even better, even sweeter. Now you can absolutely know what you want and set boundaries and experience amazing relationships, but that should come from a place of wanting that, not needing it. It's a very different experience for both people. And when it's approached with this type of energy, that's when other people are able to show up for us in a new way. And that's usually when we are finally able to experience the relationships that we're desiring. So your relationship with yourself and learning to love yourself is so important. So today I want to share an exercise that will help you start to build that love and relationship with yourself. And this will also become an amazing tool you can keep and look back at whenever you need it. So I want you to write a love letter to yourself. You can think of this as a Valentine's Day gift to yourself. And even if you're listening to this far from Valentine's Day, it's still an amazing gift to give yourself. So you may be familiar with writing love letters to others, but never to yourself. So it might feel kind of uncomfortable doing this, but push through it because it really is such a beautiful exercise. We're so much kinder to other people than we are to ourselves. So writing yourself a love letter is so powerful because it causes you to intentionally be kind and loving to yourself, to look at and notice all of the ways that you're amazing and all of the reasons you are unique and special, to really offer love to yourself. What a beautiful thing to be able to just get love from yourself. So to write your letter, simply get out a piece of paper and actually hand write it. And write it almost as if it's like to another person outside of yourself. So, dear Jacqueline, okay? And I'll give you a few things to focus on that you may want to include in your letter. Okay, so I'm gonna go through 3 things you may want to consider for your love letter. The first thing you can address in your letter is how you forgive yourself and accept yourself. Because this is where I see so many people getting stuck, okay? They're living in the past and blaming themselves and others for things that they've done or for where they are in their life. And when you are shaming and blaming yourself, you will stay stuck and you will block yourself from all that is meant for you. The growth, the relationships, the purpose, the success, the life that is meant for you. Because subconsciously, you won't see yourself as worthy of having these things. So in your letter, just tell yourself, I forgive you. I understand you. You were trying your best. Just offer grace to yourself and see how it makes you feel. And maybe you don't necessarily need to forgive yourself as much as accept yourself for who you are and stop trying to be someone that you're not. When you learn to love and accept yourself for who you are, you will become so empowered. It will change everything about how you feel and show up in your life and the results that you are able to create. And everyone around you will be able to feel that too. I recently had someone send me a message that said, and I'm quoting because I looked it up just to make sure I got it perfectly right because it was so beautiful. And they said, you have a special gift of the good energy that one can feel. And that's just people feeling the energy that I put off because of how I feel within myself. When you feel this way, others benefit as well. They can feel it too. That's why I always think when people think like loving yourself is selfish or arrogant, it's like it's the best thing you can do for yourself and for everyone around you in your life. The second thing you can write is words of encouragement, like how well you're doing, how proud you are of yourself and all you've accomplished and all you're working towards. And this can be especially useful when you're going through something hard. Like when I was going through a really complicated time in my life, I wrote myself a love letter telling myself how proud I was of myself and how that no matter what, I would be just fine. And I really painted this beautiful picture for myself of how that was true. And I reminded myself how strong and powerful I am and that I can make it through anything. And I'm telling you, I still pull that letter out for a pick-me-up, like when I need it. And it's such a gift that I have given myself and that you can give to yourself as well. So encourage yourself, tell yourself how proud you are of yourself. And the third thing you can write about is all of the things you love about yourself. It's so easy to see all of the good things in other people, but we don't see them in ourselves. I was listening to someone recently and she was talking about how we don't realize how special we are because we are in our own body and our own mind. And we just assume that everyone else has the same gifts. We don't realize what we have because we have it. I know I'm really good at spotting everyone else's great qualities and their gifts. And then I'm shocked when people tell me mine. But when we can really point out and bring attention to what makes us special and what makes us unique, it really builds that confidence and love and admiration for ourselves. And again, this affects our relationships with others as well. We won't need the validation from others. We won't be needy with them because we will have it for ourselves. So just tell yourself all of the things that make you special and unique. What are you good at? What do you appreciate about yourself? It will feel so good. Have you ever had someone tell you something that they see in you? It feels so good, right? And we can do that for ourselves at any time. So really take time to think of all the things and tell yourself what you see in yourself. So these are just some ideas of what to write in your letter, but you can add whatever you feel that you need. And then keep this letter. Keep it so you can read it again and again whenever you need it. I hope that this is like a beautiful gift that you can keep for yourself and reference it often and really start to cultivate that loving relationship with yourself. And that just the act of writing it will begin that journey for you. And in my program, Life in the Driver's Seat, we work deeply on this foundational area because it is so important. I have an entire module on self-love because it is absolutely necessary in creating a better life. I had a client tell me recently that this module, she was like, this module kicked my ass. She said she didn't even realize how much this was actually affecting her life and that this module alone was worth the whole program. So if you recognize self-love as an area that you're struggling with, it is so important to give it the work and attention that it deserves, because it is playing into so many areas of your life, from how you feel on an everyday basis, to your relationships with others, to your health and your career and your finances. Again, do you even see yourself as worthy of success in all of these areas? It starts with loving yourself. If you are ready to do the work and really build a loving relationship with yourself that will affect not only you and how you feel and the results you're able to create, but also everyone in your life as well, I want to help you. So make sure to schedule your free 1-hour coaching session where we will dig deep on what you are currently experiencing right now and what you want to be experiencing instead, and actions you can take right away to start feeling better and creating a life that blows your mind. To schedule your free coaching session, go to jacquelineemery.com/consults. Okay, I love you all, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye.